Hey guys, I'm James with the Boundless Bronnekes, and today I'm going to show you how to recharge and regenerate your water softener. Now, if you don't have a water softener, I highly encourage you to get one. Water softeners are responsible for removing hard minerals like calcium, magnesium, and iron from your water system. And those are the same exact minerals that leave the calcium deposits, that crusty white stuff, over your shower heads, your faucets, and also they leave water spots on your dishes. They make your skin feel a little bit drier, your hair feel a little crunchier. And so if these are working properly, you'll mitigate all that. So let me show you how this is done. All right, so real quick, just so you understand this process, inside your water softeners, you have these little amber beads. I'm gonna show them to you in just a second, but these amber beads, they kind of remind me of those little gel beads, and they're very porous. And not to get too scientific, but these little beads attract the magnesium, the calcium, the iron, these hard minerals, and they kind of stick to these little tiny balls. And over time, depending on how often you're using your rig or the water system, these little tiny beads fill up with all these hard minerals. And when they fill up with hard minerals, they release the sodium that we're going to be replacing back into your system so that your water's softer. So depending on how often you are using this, you're going to want to do this every couple of months. And depending on where you're at in the country, especially, the first thing you should be doing is testing your water. And you can use simple little water softener test strips. I got these ones off of Amazon for like $9. I'll link everything in the bottom so you can see everything that you saw in today's video. But if you're traveling a lot or you're in a place with known hard water, I would be doing this every couple of weeks. Let me show you how you do that. All right, so the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna shut my water off at the spigot. It might help if you also release some pressure inside, like open up a valve or something, because what we're gonna do is I'm gonna disconnect the outlet side of my water softener. And if I don't open up something on the inside, you get a bunch of water like that. So with that water coming out, fill up a clean cup, right? So all you're gonna do is turn your water back on nice and slow to where I fill up a cup with just a little bit of water. And then I'm gonna take my water hardness test strips, take one of these out, and you're gonna place it in the water for just 3 seconds. Kind of like, really simple actually. So all I'm gonna do, take my strip, rub it in the water here, 3 seconds, just so it completely absorbs. And then you're gonna take that reading now, it's gonna change colors. And then on your water strip test kit, it's gonna have from 0 parts per million all the way up to 425. The red darker number is gonna be I'm really hard water, meaning there's a lot of minerals inside my water system. So if I take this, I can show you guys, I'm probably somewhere right in this area right here. So getting really close to very hard. This is hard water here, and this is soft water. This is where we really wanna be. So if you're anywhere outside of this soft, you wanna recharge and regenerate your system. All right, so now that you know that your water is hard, we need to do step 1, which is called a backflush. And what a backflush is that we're gonna take the water that's normally hooked up on your inlet side, and we're just gonna swap it to the other side. And what that's gonna do is it's gonna reverse the flow of water inside your tank, your water softener tank, and it's gonna kind of basically move all those beads around that we talked about and kind of flush out some of the thicker, harder minerals that may have been left in here before. Now, how you do that, I'm using BluTech water softener and hoses right now. They're really cool because everything they have is quick connects. So it's really simple. If you have just a regular water softener, how you're gonna do this is you're gonna take your hose off of one side and you're gonna use like a double female, right? And you're gonna attach that on your hose, and then you're just gonna put it on what's considered the outlet side. But because I use quick connects, I'm gonna just put that same exact adapter in between 2 quick connects, and I'm gonna put that on my outlet side, remove this hose. So basically now I have water coming in the outlet side. And then you're gonna run this for just like 3 to 5 minutes. So right now it's gonna fill up the tank. And then here in just a second, So while that's doing that, it's moving all those beads that I'm gonna show you here in just a second inside this tank. Okay, so now that we have done what's considered a backflush, what we're going to do now is take your hose off. And again, this is the inlet side. Mine has a little arrow on there. The next step is I'm going to drain, tilt this over nice and slow, and I'm just gonna drain as much water out as possible. And I'm just gonna kind of go flat with my softener. I'm not super worried about getting all the water out. The reason you're doing this is because when you start to add the salt in, you just really want the beads in here to absorb as much of the salt as possible. So getting some of this water out will help with that. All right, so the next step in this process is going to be removing the lid. Now, when you do this, I've already kind of just loosened it up a little bit, but when you're doing this, when you start to get to the top, lift it out really slowly, because those beads that I've been talking about that I'm about to show you, some of them might be resting in here, and you just want to kind of make sure you save all of those. Also, I went ahead and added a little towel here on the ground, because when you pull this out, you want to put this somewhere where it's going to stay clean. Okay. At this point, what we're going to do is you're just going to buy a thing of 26 ounces of Morton's ionized salt. This is like your normal table salt. And we're going to dump this entire 26 ounces inside your tank. You're going to get all this out. And then here you could add, like I said, a little bit of warm water if you really wanted to, and just kind of mix your tank up and let that sit there for about 5 minutes. All right, so now that I've let this officially sit for just over 5 minutes, what we're gonna do now is put the lid back on. But one of the things I've learned over the years is those beads get everywhere. So right inside my threads here, I have some of the beads. So I'm just gonna use the water that I pulled out of here, and just pouring a little bit of water on your threads there, and also on top of your lid for your softener. We're gonna put our softener, I give it a little twist as I'm going down, it goes through those beads. Make sure when you're putting this back on that you're lined up with your threads. You don't want to cross thread this at all. Once you got it on there, here it goes. Spin it, and with water softener lids, once you're a little snug, like right there, just give it a good quarter turn. You don't want to over tighten these things. And that's it. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to hook my water back up to the inlet side, right? Back in. And this is where it's really important to have a water meter or a water gauge, a pressure regulator, a water pressure regulator. You don't want super high PSI going into these. The one we use, I've always kept it between like 40 and 60, depending on where we're at. So here I also have it set to like around 50 PSI, and I'm gonna turn this on. And what we're looking for on this next step is just a small amount of water coming through this end. They say a pencil. Get my water going, and I'm gonna neck this down to right there. That's considered a pencil, right? So I'm going to let that flow just like that for the next 15 to 20 minutes. I'm gonna set a timer right now, and you're just gonna let that flow. And what that's gonna do is it's gonna move all those beads around in there, and then it's gonna get a lot of that, the minerals and the hard minerals that have been left over, plus a lot of the sludgy sodium, and it's gonna push that out. All right, so we've now been flowing for roughly 15 to 20 minutes. Before I finalize this, you wanna do one more flow test, or bump your flow up, I guess. For about 3 to 5 minutes, you wanna run high flow. So all I'm gonna do is turn up my hose, push this towards the tree so it actually does something beneficial, and I'm gonna run this for 3 to 5 minutes just like that. All right, so now it's been 3 to 5 minutes at that high flow rate. What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna take my clean cup and one of my tester strips, turn on my water, get me some water in my cup, and I'm gonna test it. Now, it's been a long time since I've done this, right? It's like three months. So I won't be surprised if it's still a little hard, which is fine. All I'm gonna do is completely repeat this entire process. I got another thing of 26 ounces of water, or 26 ounces of salt. Looking at this, I've come down but I'm now at the 50, looks like, which is the bottom end of the hard. So I'm gonna do it one more time. I'm gonna do that entire process one more time. It's actually starting to turn slightly green, which would put me in the soft spot. So I'm just gonna do it one more time. All right, so we are at that 5 minutes of high flow on my second round. Let's go ahead and turn this down. What I'm gonna do is turn this down, fill my cup up, get some good water in there. I'm gonna take out one of my water testers here with a little bit of crossed fingers. Put this again in for 3 seconds, 3 to 5 seconds, gently swish it around. There we go. This is what I'm looking for. This is what I wanted to show you guys. So when we first started, we were roughly up in this area up here, but when I finished up that first one, I was in the 50, and now I'm back down into the green. So that's what you're looking for. That's what it looks like when you properly regen and recharge your system. I hope you guys found that helpful. Don't forget to save this for when you actually have to do it yourself. Hit subscribe. If you like what we put out there, leave me a comment on what you would like us to do next. We do everything in the RV world, traveling across the country and showing you guys all the greatest accessories. As a matter of fact, click this little video right here to see one of our latest videos on some of the coolest accessories we've had on the road. I hope you liked it. We'll see you on the next one.